Hey, Hunter. Starting soil extraction process. Not bad, right? If this thing behind me turns into a giant gateway to ancient Egypt, I'm quitting. How long did you say you were exposed to this thing? It's probably fine.
A tad. Farewell.
Even a sorcerer supreme can't rest on his laurels.
I still say we should have built a firing range first. See you around. Let's do this.
Let's see him try to handle me now.
Don't stress it too much. There's no wrong answers here.
An enhanced spell. Most welcome.
Just give me a target.
Haha, nothing's gonna stop me now. Alright, if I must.
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair. All right then.
Where in the hell are you, Blaze? If we had some rookies, I'd say send them out for the experience. But I think we're past that. I think I can handle that.
You feeling all right?
I know I've asked a lot of you recently, dear, especially when it comes to these little excursions. But there is one more thing you could do to make an old witch happy.
If it were not so good to see you again, I might think you were taking advantage of me.
Hunter, you certainly are the product of your environment. Between Sarah and I suppose we're just lucky you didn't turn out more cynical. Besides, this might be interesting. Now that the altar is in working order, we just need to reignite my cauldron.
How interesting can that be? Your cauldron was always churning with some concoction in the old days.
Yes. And how do you think that was possible? It's not just any flame we're talking about here. Maybe you've heard tale of the demon fueling the forge? A fire-breathing demon, no less, blazing as hot as the flames of hell itself. Fortunately, I'll only require a single ember.
I can see where this is going. How do I find it?
I've enchanted this vessel to protect you from the ember's heat. You should be able to get close enough to retrieve it through one of the old mine tunnels beneath the forge. If you have any trouble, I think you should take Charlie. She's always had a nose for finding things around here.
Where in the hell are you, Blaze?
Good girl, Charlie. Come along, Charlie.
Ready to work? Later.
¿Qué pasa, Hunter?
You are here to ask me something?
Your portals. How exactly do they work?
I wave my sword, it rips a hole through space-time, and you walk through it. What else do you want to know?
But is the portal stable?
About as stable as I am.
So it is not going to crumble all around us.
Look at me. Do I give off the vibe that I'm going to fall apart? Actually, don't answer that. Ugh, fine. I'll tell you how it works if it'll make you feel better. I use my sword to create circles of light called stepping discs.
And these discs are the portals we use to teleport?
Basically. They also double as a party trick for birthdays.
You are joking.
What gave it away?
Trying to hit the gem in a haunted house is easier said than done. I'm glad we have this space out here.
If it was here, Autumn would show me. This must be the tunnel entrance Agatha spoke of. Oshter smiles upon me. This must be an ember from the forge.
Hunter.
Where in the hell are you, Blaze?
I have the ember. The bottle is not even warm.
If it were giving off any heat at all, I'd be concerned, given the enchantment on that vessel. Now, let's see if this old girl still works.
So I can use the cauldron to brew things?
Essentially, yes. Collect reagents on the Abbey grounds. You'd be surprised what we can make use of.
And I just drop the ingredients in? Is that not dangerous?
That's part of the fun, isn't it? And I see you've already found a recipe book. I doubt you'll have any trouble following along.
Where in the hell are you, Blaze?
Lovely, dear. You're a natural.
Was running a search for our new pal Blaze's location, and all of a sudden, this happened.
Equo ne credite tucri.
Latin?
Do not trust the horse Trojans. Carol, just what type of search were you running? There. It's a message. Well, more like a bad dad joke from beyond the grave.
Howard?
His research files. Whenever there's any unauthorized access, the Trojan Horse program activates, and bingo. There's our little thief right there.
The Southwest. That cannot be a coincidence.
Tony? Did Howard do this to all his files?
Oh no, only the good stuff. The really juicy stuff.
How juicy.
Well, I'll give you two guesses, but you'll only need one. A big green one. I'll admit, I'm super curious to find out what Bruce has been digging up in the old files.
And how Lilith plans to use it against us.
Something tells me Banner's not seeking a way to banish the Hulk.
Find out what Banner is searching for in the stock files, then get back here.
We got this, Sarah. I know how to handle Bruce.
He's fallen under Lilith's power. He's no longer the same man you knew.
Yeah, he's a little more exciting now.
Stark, wait! We don't know what he's planning.
Hesitated with Bruce before and it cost us. Don't worry. This time I've accounted for
And if these results are correct, it changes everything.
You knowingly triggered that Trojan horse, didn't you?
I did.
Another trap, Bruce? Huh. I'm disappointed.
No trap, Tony. An invitation.
To what? Join Queen Demon and the Creepy Crew? If anyone could fight her off, I'd have thought it'd be you.
And why would I ever want to do that? She values me, not the monster you all seem so fixated with. Together, we will shatter the limitations of what you refer to as magic and science. But don't take my word on it. My Gamma Accelerator is only the first step. We stand on the precipice of true
Yeah, heard that one before. Usually when Pops was ready to kick off a new arms race.
Save your phony disgust for the cameras. We both know you're interested. I want you to finish Howard's work.
Uh-huh.
With me.
Of course.
Together we will fulfill your father's destiny.
Yep.
And bask in the glory of the Dark Mother.
And there it is. Well, Bruce, I can see how well this whole Lilith thing is working out for you, but the problem is, I already have a team. And while I appreciate the generous offer, we're gonna take back my father's data. And then kick your evil ass.
You misunderstand me, Tony. I wasn't asking.
Dr. Banner was kind enough to alert Hydra's forces to your presence. If you ever wanted to show off your elite hacking skills, now would be the time, Mr. Stark.
Me? Show off? What would ever give you that idea? And didn't I tell you to call me Tony?
Just hack the computer before they smash it, please, Tony.
See, that wasn't so hard.
The advantage is mine. Servants of Lilith.
I think you got him. I'm going in. They haven't changed their minds yet.
For the mother!
Guess we're not done yet.
The rift opens.
You really are a terrible salesman, Bruce. At least butter me up before you attack my deservedly huge ego.
Watch my back! Can't seem to lose them. I'm on. I'll make good use of this. Maybe it's time to rethink your life.
For Hydra! The curse is upon you! A feeble effort. A blessed sound.
Reinforcing.
That facility is teeming with Hydra reinforcements. Anything you can do to expedite the process.
Look, you can't just smash the keyboard and wait for a bunch of algebraic equations to fly off the screen. This isn't some 90s movie.
You had your chance to escape. Hell that.
Here we go.
Never surrender! You will suffer!
spotted enemy reinforcements.
If you think I'd want to make him proud, you don't know me at all, Bruce.
Credit where credit is due, Stark knows his technology.
Got it.
Why can it never be easy with you?
Just lucky, I guess.
Tony, wait. We have what we came for. There is no reason to follow him.
I tried to reason with you, Tony, but you were never going to listen. Just like Mother said.
Oh, crap.
It's too beautiful, too painful for words. So I'll show you. Yes, of course.
Okay, then you were right.
Oh, and Tony, this was the trap.
Holy mother of... Is it me, or are these things just getting bigger and bigger? Look at the forehead on that thing.
Concerned about the mace.
Oh, I was getting to that. I just can't pull my eyes away from that massive brain case of hers.
I'm glad you're in good spirits, but the Dread Maiden is no laughing matter.
This should be good.
Let's settle.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Sure, why not? Here we go.
I will not be defeated. Make peace with your gods. We will make this quick. My fate is
By my side.
Still looking at me.
She's going to try summoning reinforcements unless you can disable her first.
Sure, maybe we'll just take a few swipes at her kneecaps.
They do not stand a chance.
Fear no end.
Target confirmed. Help is at hand.
I'm saving my energy for the mood.
Focus on Stark's target. I am impressed.
Your deliverance is at hand.
I'm gonna get you for that. Looking at me here.
Lilith has made this Dread Maiden in her own twisted image.
Interesting interpretation. I would have guessed it was something out of Giger's sketchbooks.
That'll work.
That will not distract me. I know what my future holds.
You were too weak for this fight.
Just as she said it would be. That will not distract.
got your back.
Appreciate the lift.
Leave some for the rest of us. This is a serious predicament for you.
Not even a dent.
My fate is no different from yours.
I haven't lost their interest yet.
In case I forget, remind me to thank Banner for unleashing this thing on us. He really doesn't handle rejection well. Getting it done any way we know how.
I see the target.
I will not be defeated.
Just follow my lead.
Never tried that before. This shouldn't take long.
Nice work. Roger that. You'll have to excuse me if I don't cower in fear.
Let's do it. Yeah, and you're ugly too. This should be good. Hey, the jerk store called. They're running low on you guys. Whoever gets the job done.
Might need a medic over here. We've got hostile reinforcements here.
They have not lost focus yet.
The longer this takes, the more danger you're in. Don't let her overwhelm you.
Well, that's a really helpful insight. Maybe you should come down here and knock her out for us.
Someone order a knuckle sandwich? They're not going to like this. Engaging!
They cannot possibly match your strength. Welcome assistance. Your time!
I fear no end.
Back in business.
There was a time when Lilith had the highest of standards.
A crushing blow. Some of them will join you on the underground.
No change of plans.
Systems are failing.
Your fate is...
I know what my future holds.
Someone order a knuckle sandwich. I probably beat up your grandfather back in the day, too.
Their champion has failed.
I wasn't sure how you'd fare against her, but the Dread Maiden was no match for you.
What'd you call that thing again?
Dread Maiden.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I think I lost myself there for a second. I should have listened to you.
I'm sorry about that.
He that starts out on a quest for vengeance.
This work, this discovery, will have ramifications for generations to come. Think my own son, Tony.
Better not miss. Every time it seems like I finally put my family issues behind me, someone has to go and pick at the scar.
Is this about what Banner found in your father's files?
Bingo. Let's just say your mom and my dad would have made a real cute couple. In hell.
At least you managed to grab whatever Banner was after.
Tiny victory, I guess. But I don't think Banner or his puppet master are going to give up that easily. Especially knowing what kind of stuff my father had in those files.
Perhaps I should know more about him. Your father, that is.
Some kids' dads had hobbies like collecting coins or stamps. Mine collected Defense Department contracts. And on the rare occasions when he wasn't off trying to build a better bomb, he was yelling at me.
Over what?
Over everything!
So, Banner wants one of your father's bombs?
No, it's worse than that. Howard had an avid interest in gamma radiation. That's the thing that puts the Hulk in Hulk. He always talked of constructing a gamma accelerator, an unbelievably powerful piece of machinery. If that's what Banner's after, we could be in a world of hurt.
Whatever it is, we will never let Banner get it.
Well, I hope you're right. I wish I could have your can-do attitude right now.
If it helps, we could go through the files together. Strategize.
I appreciate the offer, Hunter, but right now I just need to get out of this suit and put my thoughts together.
Heading to book club. Are you?
Meet you there.
See you there. Hell's mustering all its machinations to thwart us at every turn. Times like these are when we need to rely on each other the most, or we become dread-maiden food.
I like this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
Kinda miss the simplicity of vampire slaying. You made short work.
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
Everyone's in a mood to mingle. You good?
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
I could not figure any of it out. I thought a post-hole digger was a new kind of demon.
At first I thought it was for digging graves at closed casket funerals, but the lyrics helped me keep with it. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember text that would otherwise be considered... There's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
The bloom is poorly defended territory behind enemy lines. The harvest is when you strike that territory and then fade away.
That's an important aspect, but it's more than just an attack strategy. It's about what comes after. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the Cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors.
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
If your enemy knows how you will act, they can prepare.
Certainly, for other spacefaring empires. But most worlds had no idea the Kree existed until the invasion was underway. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's Book Club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority, by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's Book Club.
Before I forget, I asked Logan to join us next time.
He said yes?
He can read?
I can't wait to see how this goes.
I hope you enjoy the book I chose.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context.
So, why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilin, your mom, they seem to have the upper hand all over the world.
Sure, but I want to hear more about that spicy book.
I guarantee you don't. Ancient Kree takes on population husbandry are, let's call it, mechanically quaint.
Right, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how spicy?
-5. Ration paste bland, apartment wall vanilla, hotel art banal, even the diagrams are boring.
How so?
It's all geometric shapes. Until I realized they were representational, I was extremely confused about Kree biology. Let's just say that I can never look at an octagon the way I used to.
Okay, just between us. Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
I should read the first 31 volumes, for context.
You should not, nor should you read the one after this.
How many more are there?
At least 400. According to Carol, this was one of the good ones.
You cannot let her know what you really think.
Really? I don't care to lie, especially to someone I'm into.
You do not need to lie, but you can deflect. Just do not offer your unvarnished opinion.
I don't know. She seems to respect people who are upfront with her.
Why take that risk?
Maybe you're right. Thanks, Hunter.
Of course.
You headed out?
That is it for me.
Righteous. Great choice, Carol. Good meeting.
I'm glad you liked the book.
Yeah, it was different.
Hey, I know we have another book to read, but do you have any free time beyond that?
I could find some time.
Good, because I want to hear your thoughts on Volume 50.
What now?
Volume 50 of the Kavat Koth. It's entirely about Kree agricultural practices, but it builds on the metaphor. It's essential reading before Volume 89.
Volume 89?
Yep, small unit tactics in zero-gravity environments. It's a real page-turner.
Sounds like it.
So you have time to read them?
Yes, that's what I said.
Great. When you're done, we can talk about it, like a mini book club.
Great.
I'd be interested too.
Great.
Maybe we should ask everyone.
Oh, the hunter's real busy. No time to read about space corn.
That's a shame.
Isn't it, though?